Namaskar aspirants. This video is the continuation of our MCQ series on motor design and its components. Let's start. Our first question is, additional explosion relief valves are fitted on separate spaces of the crankcase such as gear or chain cases for camshaft or similar drives when the options are overall volume of such spaces exceeds 0.6 cubic meters. Possibility of explosion exists due to formation of volatile gases. Unit is operating in extreme overload conditions. Gross volume of such spaces exceeds 0.6 cubic meter, and the correct option should be gross volume of such space exceeds 0.6 cubic meters. Our next question is, which of the following design features will reduce the possibility of overheating the top compression rings of a cast iron piston? And the options are, the top ring is located as close to the piston rim as possible, the inside surface of the piston head is rounded into the ring belt, a nickel bearing insert is cast into the top ring groove, a heat dam design is sometimes used in the piston head, and the correct option should be a heat dam design is sometimes used in the piston head. Our next question is, which of the following statements concerning the factors affecting ignition delay is correct? And the options are, an increase in intake air temperature will increase ignition delay, an increase in coolant temperature will decrease ignition delay, an increase in combustion chamber turbulence will increase ignition delay, an increase in compression ratio will increase ignition delay, and the correct option should be, an increase in coolant temperature will decrease ignition delay. Our next question is, which of the following statements is a description of the combustion cycle? And the options are, the mechanics of engine operation, the number of piston strokes involved, the heat process which produces the force to initiate the movement of the engine parts, the mechanical equivalent of heat. And the correct option should be the heat process which produces the force to initiate the movement of the engine parts. Our next question is, in a large slow speed propulsion diesel engine, the force applied to the piston is, and the options are, against the crosshead during power stroke and away from the crosshead during the compression stroke, against the crosshead during the compression stroke and away from the crosshead during the power stroke, against the crosshead during the power and compression strokes, away from the crosshead during power and compression stroke, and the correct option should be against the crosshead during the power and compression stroke. Our next question is, one of the advantages in the use of a dry liner over wet liner is, and the options are, it is fitted with neoprene O-ring seals. The honing process makes it easier to maintain the desired oil film. There is less likelihood of water leaking into the combustion space. It fits more loosely due to decrease in heat transfer transfer through the composite wall, and the correct option should be, there is less likelihood of water leaking into the combustion space. Our next question is, which of the construction techniques listed is used on new piston rings to facilitate run-in or seating? And the options are, a special ring facing such as a thin bearing surface of anti-friction metal. The oil control ring face is machined at an angle of 10 degree. The ring diameter when free is machined slightly smaller than the cylinder bore to allow for expansion at high combustion temperature. Oil control rings maintain continuous oil film, and the correct option should be, a special ring facing such as a thin bearing surface of anti-friction metal. Our next question is, in a diesel engines, the four basic events, intake, compression, power and exhaust, are performed once in, and the options are, one complete crankshaft revolution in a two-stroke engine, two crankshaft revolutions in a two-stroke cycle engine, two power strokes in a two-stroke engine, two piston strokes in a four-stroke engine, and the correct option should be 1 complete crankshaft revolution in a 2-stroke engine. Our next question is, the intake air duct to a diesel engine should not draw from an air on deck where flammable vapors released from the tank are present because, and the options are, flammable vapors will accelerate corrosion of the turbocharger, the engine may overspeed and the normal governor or overspeed trip will not be able to secure the engine, the flammable vapors will result in an excessively rich mixture which will increase the brake horsepower output, all of the above. And the correct option should be, the engine may overspeed and the normal governor or overspeed trip will not be able to secure the engine. Our next question is, in a 2-stroke opposed piston diesel engine, one crankshaft operates several crank angles in advance of the other crankshaft too, and the options are, allow the exhaust ports to open and close before the inlet ports close, allow the scavenge ports to open and close simultaneously with the exhaust ports, prevent the exhaust piston from reaching TDC and BDC before the intake piston, prevent scavenge air pressure buildup in the cylinders, and the correct option should be, allow the exhaust ports to open and close before the inlet port close. Thank you for watching the video. See you soon in the next video.